What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing set 75348, Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor with 957 pieces, and 4 minifigures including the Mandalorian, a Mandalorian Fleet Commander, a TIE Fighter Pilot, and R2-E6. On the top of the box, you can see the actual size for the clone commander, or the Mandalorian commander, and on the back of the box you can see the two ships kind of in battle against each other, and the minifigures kind of fighting each other. You can also see the insides of the two cockpits, and in the two little spring-loaded shooters, which are down on a little box on the bottom. Taking a look at the first minifigure in the set is Mando, or the Mandalorian. He has a Darksaber, which does have a new mold, which is really nice. It's finally, we finally got a new Darksaber mold after so long, and it has the little gunmetal gray hilt, and then the blade is just in black, and it is like an actual sword blade. He has arm printing, which looks fantastic, and then some more arm printing on the other side, which you can also see a thermal detonator in his hand. On the front, you can see his torso printing, which is this full Mandalorian armor, and then on the helmet, it is also a slightly new print, which I believe first came in the UCS Razor Crest, which looks really good, and it was a well-deserved printing. Underneath, you can see a face print, and then on the back, he does not have a second face print, but he does have a jetpack in the gunmetal gray color. The next minifigure in the set is the Mandalorian Fleet Commander. He's got a standard little blaster pistol and then a thermal detonator, and some really nice torso printing and helmet printing and leg printing, all in that blue color scheme with some silver and stuff, kind of reminding me of a mix between Jango Fett and some of the Mandalorian Death Watch minifigures that we got back in the day. Then on the back, you can also see a gunmetal gray jetpack, which does look pretty nice. For his face prints, you can see his first face print, which is a more cheerful face print, and then the second one is a bit more cocky and questioning. He also has a hairpiece, so that way if you do want to take his helmet off, you can have him going around without the helmet on. We also get a TIE Fighter pilot in the set, which is pretty nice, so that way you can have a minifigure pilot your TIE Interceptor. He has a little blaster pistol and then some standard torso printing for the TIE pilot, and then the TIE pilot helmet, which underneath does have a singular face print. There is not going to be a second face print on the back, and it is in a slightly different shade of tan for the head, which is pretty nice to see a bit of diversity for the minifigures. The next minifigure in the set, which is also the last one, is R2-E6. It is a fully black R2 unit, which does have some nice printing on the front for the body, and then a full 3D or full 360 face or head print on the little dome of the R2 unit. Taking a look at the first build in the set is the TIE Interceptor, and it looks really good, having not seen this set in LEGO since 2005, since it was originally in the blue and black color scheme. It has come a long way and looks really amazing in the new LEGO form that it is in. Up on the front of each of the little wings is a little turret kind of cannon thing for the TIE Interceptor to fire off at the Fang Fighter from. And then you also have spring-loaded shooters back here, so that way you can fire them off and have it actually shoot at the Fang Fighter. Taking a look at the cockpit, though, you can open up this, and that thing is a little bit loosely on there. It's only connected by one stud, but you can open it up all the way, and there is some pretty nice interior room to be able to put your TIE Interceptor pilot inside. It is a little hard to get them into the actual seat, though, so it might take a few tries, but there I got ahead and got my minifigure in there. There's a little tile in there for a control panel, and it closes up really nicely, so that way you can have your TIE Interceptor pilot the TIE Interceptor and shoot down the Fang Fighter. And then on the back of the ship, you can see the little engines on either side, and then where you can push down on the spring-loaded shooters to be able to fire off the spring-loaded shooters at the Mandalorians. Taking a look at the Fang Fighter, though, it does look really nice, and I really like what LEGO did. It is meant to be a bit smaller than the actual Mandalorian, Starfighter, so it is not going to have the little spinny capability on the middle where the cockpit of the ship can spin around, and it is a pretty nice looking set, although the wings look a little small, I do have to admit, compared to the cockpit size. But you do have two turrets on either side, and the entire design is just completely mirrored, but it does look really nice having the mirrored design with these little two gray splotches on either side, and then the rest of the build being white. On either side, you also have these tiles, which kind of help hold the wings together, but it also makes it look like it kind of has a little racing stripe a little bit on the sides, and I do like that. Going back to the turrets, though, these are a really nice design, and I just really like the way they look. At the very front of the ship, you can go ahead and take this tile off right here, and then you can take your Mandalorian blaster and put it right up in there, and then close it up so that way your Mandalorian can go fly. And then all you have to do to put him in the cockpit is kind of put him into a seated position, and then tuck his arms up a little bit, and then put the visor down, so that way his visor don't get knocked off whenever he is in the ship. And then you just slide him down in here. I prefer put the visor down just because I don't want him to get knocked off whatsoever, but then you can just put him right up in the ship, and he can pilot the ship around to fight off the TIE Interceptor. And then inside you can see the little control panel and then a little like steering wheel kind of thing inside. It is nice though, because we do have a printed cockpit piece, and I do think it looks pretty nice on this set, and it just is a good design overall, the way that they get this all to line up, so that way there's no gaps in between the cockpit and the rest of the build. Considering how flat the build is, I think LEGO did an excellent job with that. On the back of the build, you can see the engines, and it is this cool little thing that kind of gets bigger as it goes back, and then you have 3 engines on the very back. I already accidentally shot one of the missiles off on the bottom, which means that there is only currently one on here, but all you have to do to shoot off the spring-loaded shooters on this is just kind of hold the ship sideways, and what you will do is just press down and shoot it off. And it allows you to shoot the missile off at the TIE Interceptor. They are connected on nicely on the bottom, and they are a little bit annoying though, because you will accidentally pick the ship up occasionally and shoot off one of the missiles. But I think they are hidden nicely for anyone who kind of wants to put this on display. You're not really going to see the spring-loaded shooters, and you can easily take the spring-loaded shooter, like red missile out, so that way the set looks good if you have it up on a stand or something on the side. But LEGO did an excellent job with tiling the bottom, so that way it kind of matches the top part of the ship. They did detail the bottom, unlike the Ahsoka's ship from the new series, and I do like that they actually did that with this ship. But that is going to be all, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.